Selam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salatu vesselamu ala Resulina Muhammedin seyyidil evvelin ve ahirin. Meded ya Resul, meded ya saadat ashab Resul. Meded ya meşayihina dastur ve inşallah fazlaksan şu Muhammed'an rahmede. Tarikatuna as-suhba vel hayru fil cemiyye. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ve ya'budunallah ma la yenfa'uhum ve la yadurruhum şey'a. Sadakallahul azim. Allah Azze ve Celle buyuruyor. İbadete kendi kafalarına göre ibadet ettikleri hiçbir faydası olmayan şeyler.
Allah Almighty says that the types and ways of worship they have made up and invented themselves have no benefit.
Ne fayda gelir onlardan, ne zarar.
There's no benefit nor harm. There's no effect of worship people have made up themselves.
Bu insanlar dini kendilerine göre yaparlar diyor.
Thus Allah Almighty describes that people change their religion to their own ways.
Bugün ya Hazreti İsa'nın doğum günü gibi şeyler.
Today they claim to be the birthday of İsa aleyhisselam.
İtibar ediyorlar Hristiyan alemi, halbuki
and the Christian world celebrates today as the birth of Jesus, peace be upon him.
Biliyorlar onlar da bu putperestlerin bir bayramıydı.
But this day today marks a holiday that was celebrated by the worshippers of idols and which goes back to pagan beliefs.
O bayramda buna yakıştırdılar.
And they transformed this pagan holiday into the so-called birthday of Jesus, peace be upon him.
Hazreti İsa Aleyhisselam'ı haşa Allah Azze ve Celle'nin oğludur diye şey yapıyorlar.
Moreover, they describe Jesus, peace be upon him, as the Son, Allah forgive, as the Son of God.
Yani bu akla, hayada hiç girmeyecek şeylerdir.
But this claim neither makes sense or is understandable, neither fits into reason nor into intellect.
Allah Azze ve Celle ne zatını kimse bilmez.
No one can know the essence of Allah Almighty.
Artık ona çocuk yani haşa mantıkla, akılla alakası olmayan.
How can they claim such a thing that God would have a son? This is a claim which does not befit human reason, mind or intellect.
Şeylerdir bunlar. Yani biz de akıllıyız diye geçinirler.
Yet they claim to be very clever, intelligent people.
Akıl diye bir şey yok.
But such a claim is the proof of the absence of intellect.
Akıl kalptedir, akıl baştadır.
Intellect is in your mind, and true intellect is in your heart.
Kalpteki akıldır esas mühim olan.
True intellect is in the heart.
O da imansızlarda yoktur.
But those who do not have faith do not have that intellect in their hearts.
İslam olmayanlarda yoktur.
Those who are not in Islam don't have that intellect in their hearts.
İslam kimdir? Bütün peygamberler İslam'dır.
And all prophets belong to Islam.
Bütün peygamberler biz Allah'ın kuluyuz diyorlar.
All prophets and messengers of Allah Almighty are Muslims because they are the ones who have surrendered to Allah Almighty.
Gönderdiği insanlara hizmet edelim diye gönderdiği insanlarız diyorlar.
All prophets have described themselves as the servants sent by Allah Almighty who have surrendered to Allah Almighty's will and who have been sent to serve people.
Hazreti İsa haşa ben tanrılık iddia etmedim diyor.
Isa aleyhissalam never made a claim to be God.
Ben öyle bir şey demedim diyor. Onlar
And thus Isa aleyhissalam says, I never made such a claim to be God, they made that up.
Sonradan dini bozsun diye yapılan şeylerdir.
The claims such as these are made up in order to destroy and alter the religion.
Onun için yani bu bayramdı kendilerine göre şey yaptıkları onunla bile alakası olmayandır.
This day, which they consider a holiday, has nothing to do with Jesus, peace be upon him.
Bu bile sahtedir yani bütün
Even this holiday, their sacred day, is fake.
dini değiştirmişler.
They have changed their religion to that very extent that even such a sacred day as the birth of Jesus is fake.
Kendi kafalarına göre yapmışlar.
They have changed their religion according to their own likings and according to their own thoughts.
Helalı haram, haramı helal.
They have made haram to be considered halal, and they have made halal to be considered haram.
Yapmışlar. Öyle bir insanları kendi kafalarına göre, menfaatlerine göre yapsınlar diye, kullansınlar diye bu şeyler yapılmış.
And thus they have made up so many things in order to alter people's belief, in order to manipulate them, to make them act based on their own likings for their own benefit and profit.
Hani bu Hristiyanlar da biliyor, hiç alakası olmayan, hiçbir kutsiyeti olmayan bir gündür ama
And Christians themselves know this, that this day today is not a sacred day, that it has nothing to do, but it is a made-up day.
şeytan kandırmış kendilerini.
They have been fooled and cheated by Shaitan,
Kendileri de kendi kendilerine kandırmış.
and they then have continued to cheat and fool themselves and each other.
İşlerine gelmiş.
And it's all because it suits and befits their business and their personal profit and benefit.
Bugünü mübarek bir gün sayıyorlar.
And thus it was people themselves who have proclaimed this day to be a sacred day.
Hiç alakası yok.
But in reality, it has nothing to do with sacredness.
Müslümanlar da zaten bazı aklı evvel Müslümanlar da acaba bugün Hazreti İsa'nın doğum günü de biz de mi bir şeyler yapalım diye şey yaparlar.
And there are some absent-minded Muslims too who believe in this and say today is the birth of Isa alayhi salam, should we celebrate?
Hiç alakası olmaz.
It has nothing to do, today has nothing to do with the birthday of Jesus, Isa alayhi salam.
Haşa onu sakın kimse itibar etmesin.
Therefore do not celebrate this day as such.
Ona itibar eden hatayı bilerek bilmeyerek günaha girmiş olur.
It is a mistake, and knowingly or unknowingly committing a sin to celebrate this day as the birthday of Isa alayhi salam.
Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us.
Allah hepimize insanlığa hidayet versin.
May Allah Almighty grant us His guidance to us, to all of humanity.
Hepsi Allah'ın kullarıdır. Allah
We all are the servants of Allah Almighty.
da hepsine kapısını açmış.
And Allah Almighty has opened His doors and gates to everyone.
Nefsinize uymayın.
Do not follow your egos.
Hakikata gelin demiş.
And Allah Almighty calls upon people, come to the truth.
Hakikata gelen kurtulur.
Those who come to the truth will be saved.
Onu yapan insanlar çok var. Dünyasını bırakmış.
And there are many who are rightly guided, who have left behind worldliness in order to dedicate themselves to Allah Almighty.
Baskı ne kadar etrafındaki baskı olsa da onlara dinlememiş.
There are many who, regardless of their pressure from their surroundings and the people around them, have left everything behind in order to dedicate themselves to Allah Almighty.
Kendi hakikati gördükten sonra Allah'a yönelmiş olan çok insanlar var.
There are many people who, after seeing the truth, have left everything behind and have not let themselves be influenced by the pressure around them, but have dedicated themselves to Allah Almighty.
Allah hepsine hidayet versin inşallah.
May Allah Almighty grant His guidance to all of them.
ومن الله التوفيق. الفاتحة.